Welcome back to another episode of the Hello Sis Dorsey podcast. So today I'm actually doing my podcast literally in my car, in my garage. I just got back from doing Lyft, which is Lyft, like Uber Lyft. So I am lifting my way to make extra money for not only Christmas, but also for marketing, ads, different things like that. So I'm like, well, I might as well make some extra money to help pay for those things rather than actually having to come out of my pocket. So that's where I'm just coming back from. But I wanted to jump on here to say that this morning, the day that I'm recording this morning, I had my pod meeting. I have some wonderful ladies in my pod, and we're all working on our digital course, digital products, and we meet every Wednesday. And we talked about podcasting, which everybody knows that, I'm the podcaster. I teach podcasting a lot. And we talked about how a lot of the big gurus out there, or the big names, the big entrepreneurs, they share their wins, like their success now versus actually sharing the struggle when they go through the struggle. So like actually documenting instead of like how I did this, how I'm doing this, something like to that effect. And I thought that was a really, really good idea. Like how I'm getting scrappy in doing this. So just sharing the journey, sharing that you testing certain things out. I definitely can do like a whole private podcast. I kind of don't want to switch the subjects, but just sharing my journey on how I'm trying to build my business right now. Like I'm doing Lyft and to help with my Facebook and Instagram ads to pay for that. And then also strategies that I'm doing to grow my email list and what I'm doing on the back end of my lead magnet to kind of help with the ad costs. So just sharing those journeys so that your audience can actually follow along with you. And while you're documenting, they are listening and they're going along on the journey with you. You just never know when people are, people really like that. Like they actually like seeing somebody's journey and how they're getting there and the success versus the already success, but telling them how they did this. I think that's a really great way. So if you're ever thinking about starting a podcast and you're like, well, what am I going to talk about? All you have to do is just pull out your phone like I did. I'm in my car, like I said. I'm in the garage. I'm parked. I haven't gone in the house yet. But just pull out your phone. I'm using my voice note app to record this and document. Just start talking. Just start saying like what I'm doing, what I'm testing, what I'm getting ready to do on a day. You'd be amazed that people actually listens to it. So if you're ever thinking about like, what am I going to talk about? Definitely just pull out your phone and start talking. Just share what you're doing that day. Talk about, your wins for that day. Talk about what you're struggling with. I know a lot of people journal. I know a lot of people out there, they journal. Why don't you take those journal notes and actually record a podcast? I mean, that would be a great podcast because there's people out there that could relate more to what you're doing now and trying to go through it versus you already gone through it and you're trying to tell them how you went through it. Okay, I would rather you come along and follow me on that journey. So I hope this has been helpful. I'm really rooting for what they call the underdog, the person that is trying to make it, trying to go through it, trying to test things out, because I'm actually one of those people. I'm the underdog. Okay, some people might look at me and be like, oh, Candace got it all figured out. No, I don't. I'm broke. Okay, I'm going to be completely honest. I'm going to be completely honest. I love doing what I do. I love teaching and everything. Been at this since 2019 doing my podcast. It's been fun. It's been a journey. I love teaching this. And is my course a great success? No, but people do purchase it. So therefore, I feel like it's a success because it's been validated so many times, okay? But it's just growing my audience is what I'm working on, growing my email list, getting people to know me more. So it's definitely a journey. It really has been. And to say I'm like feeling like I'm starting all over again because I have grown my email list before. I think the cap was like maybe 300 people, but at the same time I'm like I really didn't know what to do with those 300 people, like how to nurture them, how to basically give the content, the weekly content and everything to them. Even though I was doing my podcast, I will like email them every once in a blue moon my podcast episodes. But I noticed the difference. I've noticed the difference in between like emailing your email list regularly versus every now and again. So I'm like, I'm all in trying to build my email list right now. So that's where I'm at. That's my journey. But I wanted to come on to this podcast to just talk about that and just say, pull out your phone and just start talking and telling people about what you're doing. It doesn't necessarily have to be big business all the time. It's like, hey everyone, I'm here at Hobby Lobby and I found this, this sale that's going on. So if you're into arts and crafts, or if you're into the Cricut machine, I have Cricut machine, you go into the clearance section, it's all the way in the back, and thumb through them, they might have some Cricut paper or something like that. It's the audio YouTube form, I will say, in my opinion. This is the audio YouTube form. It's no video, it's just straight audio. Just documenting the day in the life. So I hope it's been helpful. I really do. Remember, just pull out your phone, download that voice note app like I'm doing right now, and just start talking, okay? And have a call to action at the end, like I'm getting ready to do. So if you are wondering about launching a podcast, or if you don't know where to start, or a podcast has just not been on your radar to even start, I would definitely say start it now. Okay. Podcasting is a great way to connect with your audience. And a lot of people are listening to podcasts more so now because it is a great tool and a great way to actually listen to those who you follow while you're walking, while you're doing the dishes. Some people listen to podcasts while they're in the shower. I don't know how they do that, but more power to them. But it is another form of content that can definitely help and grow your business, grow your audience, so you can be that go-to expert. Okay. So if you're thinking about launching your podcast and you don't know where to start, definitely download the free podcast launch guide that I have. The link is in the show notes. Okay. Share this episode with someone. Give me a review. Give me some stars. Give me some love. And I'll talk to you on the next episode. Bye.